Hello, everybody. I'm doing just a few solo games, I think, this morning for about an hour. Um, a little less, maybe. I do have lunch plans, but I figured why not get some games in. Hopefully, the stream looks pretty clear. I shouldn't have any glares because I actually don't have any lights on, just a window here. Um, I have Tussie Mussy, a game designed by Elizabeth Hargrave, who is also designer of the game Wingspan. So that's always a fun one for me as a solo gamer. I do have the solo expansion called Flower Shop. So I'll talk through a little bit of how to play, and it's a very simple, quick type of game. So I have these cards. So these are the 6 cards that come with the Flower Shop expansion. And essentially, the AI will play these cards or control how the cards come out in the game. And these cards are the flower cards. And in this game, you'll be collecting cards in front of you. You'll place them face up, and those will be called a bouquet. And then if they're face down, they're considered a keepsake. So it comes with, I think it's 18 cards, so we'll shuffle them up. And I'll place this deck here. And then I've got 6 of these cards, which I'll shuffle. I'll place them here. So essentially, each round, I will be placing 4 cards in hopes that I will beat the score of the AI. And we'll see how that goes. I don't always win. Sometimes it is luck driven. I will be keeping track of the score for each of the 3 rounds on this piece of paper. It did not come with any scoring sheets, but that's okay. I usually actually track it on my BG Stats app, but figured I'd make it more visible on this paper, although I know it is small. It's actually pretty neat, this note thing. I know it looks like a weird shape, but this notepad came from this, and this is pretty interesting type of stationery. My husband actually got it for me, and I'm actually just noticing this on and off switch. What is that about? I'll have to try out what that is later. But as you use this, you actually pull off the notes, the note paper, um, based off of these perforations, and it will make some sort of sculpture. I'm thinking this will be a tree of some kind. You can see the different colors of the paper, and yeah, I'm not sure what that switch is. It sounds like it might create a light or a sound. I'm not sure. Um, but I'll check that out later, I guess. All right, I'll put that back. And I'll get started. So basically, each round, you'll flip over a card. So I'll do that now. And it says deal in place. So this specifically says deal from, so you deal from this deck, the top of this deck, and you'll deal 1 face up, 1 face down, and then when you place it, you will want to place either, for me, face up, which is a bouquet, or face down for the opponent. And then there's the other option of putting it face down for me, which is as a keepsake, or face up as a bouquet for the opponent. So I get to decide that myself based off of the cards that are dealt. The cards that are dealt face down, I don't get to see. So that's something to note too. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. 1 face up, 1 face down. And let me see if I can get a little bit closer on this. So I'm gonna just zoom in a little bit, and we should be able to get in a little closer. I'll get these kind of cut out, and hopefully this is still clear. I'm guessing it would be. I do want to try to make it as clear as possible. And then I'll place my cards on the bottom. I think I need to zoom out just a smidge. Okay, much better than before though, I think. All right, so this will be face down. Okay, so between these two cards, I have to decide if I'm going to take it as is like this, or take the face down card and give the opponent the face up one. So this orchard says this card counts as any one color. And thanks, Ryan. Good to see you here. Yeah, I'm trying out this camera, and I'm not sure just how clear it would be, but I appreciate you letting me know that's clear. So I think I'll take this orchid into my bouquet, and that means it's face up, and so the opponent has to take this card face down. I do not get to see this card, and this is going to be the opponent's keepsake. So we'll draw the next card here, and this says deal one face up, one face down. So I'll go ahead and do one face up, one face down. So this is a forget-me-not, plus 1 point for each heart on your cards adjacent to this one. So you'll notice some cards have hearts on it, and so that means it can give you some points for abilities like this one. So I get to decide how to place this. So first option is I have to take the face-up card, or the opponent takes the face-down one, or I take the face-up one, and the opponent takes the face-down one, and the opponent takes no, I take the face-down one, and the opponent takes the face-up one. It says cards must remain as dealt, so I can't change that. I do already have a heart, so I think that would be good. So when you place your cards, you have to place them from left to right. So you do have to keep in mind which cards will be adjacent to forget-me-not. So I will take this into my bouquet, and the opponent will gain another keepsake. Again, I don't know what that card is. The round is over when you have 4 cards placed. Hello, DNix. Good to see you here. So this one says one face up, one face up. So they will be dealt both face up. And I can place it both as bouquets or both as keepsakes. So Violet says plus 1 point for each of your purple cards, including this one. Pink Larkspur. Before scoring, you may draw 2 cards. If you do, you must replace one of your cards with one of them. Oh, interesting. Okay. I already have a purple card, so I think it'll be wise for me to take the violet one. Although it doesn't have a heart, that's okay. Neither does the pink larkspur. And the opponent will gain its first bouquet. Next one, we have deal face up, deal face down. It does say discard 1 card from the top of the deck face up, so I'll do that. And I discarded a snapdragon. So we'll deal 1 face up, 1 face down. And this one's interesting. It does say place either as a keepsake or a bouquet, but the opponent has to stay as dealt. So I could place this as a keepsake if I wanted to, but I don't think there's any reason for me to do that. So I'll do this face up because I get plus 1 point for each card in my bouquet, and I have 3. I'm sorry, I have 4. So we'll do that, and then the opponent will keep this. So this is the end of the round, and now we score. So all of these are bouquets for me. I didn't get any keepsakes. Or was this a keepsake? Did I put this face up? I don't remember. My memory is not very good. But anyway, this card counts as any one color. So I could pick a color for this, and I think I'll choose purple since this violet gives me extra points for each of my purple cards. So my score would be, I'll go from left to right. First I'll start with the hearts. So I have 2, and then so I have 2 hearts, and they count each as 1 point separately. And the forget-me-not says plus 1 point for each heart on your cards adjacent to this one. So there's only 1, so that's another 1. So that's plus 1. And then this one says plus 1 point for each of your purple cards, including this one. And I'll have 3 because I'm declaring this orchid as 1. 1, 2, 3. That'll be plus 3. And then the amaryllis is plus 1 point for each card in your bouquet. So that would be 4. So that's a lot of points, actually. Yes, this is Tassimasi. I had this here. I forgot to pull it back in. does fit in the frame, which is good. 7, 8, and then +2, so that's 10 points for me. And let's see how the AI did. I'm going to pull this one down so I could differentiate it as the one bouquet card. The others are keepsakes, and I'll keep them kind of pushed up. But let's see what happens here. So counting up the hearts, it'll have 2 points for the 2 hearts it has on the card. Doesn't have any effects here. Carnation says +1 point for each of your different color cards. So there's 3 different colors, so that's +3. Pink Larkspur, before scoring, you may draw 2 cards. If you do, you must replace one of your cards one time. I don't think the Pink Larkspur does that for the AI. I can double check the rules in the flower shop. But I think I remember something about the Yumeis. They don't actually, unless it gives you points. So it says the opponent scores 2 points for each. Oh, it does. Okay, so it's +2 no matter what. It does get 2 points. Oh, that's good to know. And then the red tulip is +1 point for each of your red cards, including this one, so just 1. So it looks like I definitely won this round. Not that that matters. You have to add up your scores at the end of the game. So that's 5 + 4. So that's 9. Wow. So I only had 1 more point. So before we start the next round, I get to discard all of my cards. But what's interesting is for the AI, you shuffle up their cards. However, I can. And then you actually draw one, and it starts with this in its bouquet. So I think that's pretty neat. It changes things up, makes things more challenging as the round progresses, as the game progresses. So now we're in the second round. I'm shuffling up the flower cards. And then I'll shuffle up these bouquet cards. Thanks, Ryan. Yeah, 1 point lead so far. Very strong. All right. So let's see what we'll be dealing here. 1 face up, 1 face down. Another pink larkspur comes up. Okay. So what I can do to place is, I think I like the idea of the pink larkspur. I don't want to give the AI 2 points just by giving them this card. So I think I'll keep that as a bouquet card and then give this keepsake to the opponent. All right. It says discard 1 card from the top of the deck face up. So do that. I discarded a Forget-Me-Not. So I will deal 1 face up and 1 face down. And then I can decide to put any of these cards as a bouquet or keepsake, but the opponent has to stay as dealt. I don't have any purple cards right now, but I would just get 1 point for this violet. I'm not sure I have an incentive to get this one. So I'll give this to the opponent and I'll take this keepsake. Let's see what the card is. I get to see what it is. +1 point for each card in your bouquet. I think I will keep that face up because I get to decide if I want to keep it as a keepsake or a bouquet card, and I will do it as a bouquet. Next, 1 face up. It's a snapdragon. 1 face down. And I have to either place both as bouquets or both as keepsakes. Again, I don't know what this card is, but I know this Snapdragon says before scoring, you may change up to 2 of your cards, each from bouquet to keepsakes or keepsakes to bouquet. And it does give you a heart, which is a point. Knowing that the opponent already has a violet and it would gain an extra point for Snapdragon, I think I will take the Snapdragon and keep it face up, which makes this face up for the opponent. All right. And then so we have 1 more card to flip. We have 1 face up, 1 face down. And I can place it basically opposite to what I choose for myself. So Marigold gives me 2 points for the 2 hearts. Before scoring, you must discard 1 of your other cards. I don't think that would hurt to have. because it does give me 2 extra hearts too. Yeah, so I'll grab this one, and that means this has to go into the opponent's keepsake, and then we'll score. So that was, as you can see, the rounds are very quick. And I'll score for myself. I have 4 bouquet cards. It says Pink Larkspur, before scoring you may draw 2 cards. If you do, you must replace one of your cards with one of them. So that's a you may. I don't know if I want to. But Marigold says before scoring you must discard one of your other cards. So it's a must. So I guess in terms of what I must discard, I'll discard the Pink Larkspur since it doesn't really offer too many points for me. So I'll go ahead and discard that. And I'm not scoring very much this round. I have 3 hearts, so that'll be 3 points so far. And then 1 point for each card in your bouquet, so that's 3. And then these don't really do anything, so that's only 6 points. Okay. Yeah. It's only 6 points. Oh well. We'll see what the opponent does. I have a feeling they're going to do amazing here. The keepsakes, I will kind of push up and pull down the bouquets. Let's see here. So we have Carnation plus 1 point for each of your different colored cards. Ooh, wow. It has 4 different colored cards. Not good. And then for this keepsake, plus 1 point for each of your red cards. So it's just 1. Violet plus 1 for each of your purple, including this one. Okay. Just 1. So Orchid, let's see how that works for the opponent here. I don't know if it will mention how that works here, actually. Choose your... No. Yeah, I'm guessing it doesn't really count as anything. Oh wait, it says, if in the opponent's arrangement counts as a color that scores them the most points. Oh, wow. So I guess it would be the violet. So when it counts as different color cards, I don't think it actually counts as the 4th color. So I'll say that's a 3. But it will give, I guess, an extra point for either the red tulip or violet, because it just gets an extra point there. So I'll do that for that. And then honeysuckle, plus 1 point for each card adjacent to this one in your bouquet. So that's just 1. And then it has 2 hearts, plus 2, that's 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So right now it has 18 and I have 16 points. Okay. So we'll start a new round here, and it's the final round. And I have to see, this will increase second round before, give the 2. Okay. So now I shuffle these cards that the opponents had, and then draw 2. 1, 2. So it's going to start with violet and carnation. And then I'll just shuffle all of these together. And then start the new round. But did I shuffle these? I don't think so. Okay. So we'll flip this. We'll deal 1 face up, 1 face up. Interesting. So I'm not going to want to give this, I don't know how to say this, hyacinth to the opponent, because it has this violet card, which will give it points. And this is interesting. It says plus 3 points if you have no hearts, so maybe I could go for that. I'll take this, but it has to be a keepsake, because those are the options. I could choose if I want this to be a keepsake or a bouquet. I don't think it matters. There's no cards that talk about those right now for it, so I'll just give it as a bouquet. Next, deal 1 face up, 1 face up. Okay, we have a phlox and a peony. Okay, both of these have hearts, unfortunately. Unfortunate because I know the card I have would have given me plus 3 points if I have no hearts. But I think I'll take the phlox face up. and then give this face up to the opponent. And that one says plus 2 points if you have exactly 2 cards in your bouquet. Right now it already has 4, so um, they're not going to get an extra 2 points right now. So we'll deal 1 face up, 1 face down. Plus 1 point for each of your hearts. Oh, that's pretty good. If I ignore this keepsake that says I get plus 3 without hearts. I think I'll do that. And hope this... oh wait, what am I doing here? This one should be face down. So yeah, I'll give this one to the opponent as a keepsake. And then the final card here is 1 face up, 1 face down. And wow, I don't get to know what this card is, which would be useful here. Forget Me Not, plus 1 point for each heart on your cards adjacent to this one. Placing it here would not give me extra points. But it's a purple card that I don't want the opponent to score on. So I think I will keep this and then give this to the opponent. So I'm not confident I've got enough to score here, but keepsake won't be giving me anything. So I'm just going to count my hearts first. So that's 3 points for the 3 hearts on my cards. And I'll push this up so you can see. I have 3 hearts, so that's 3 points. The Phlox has no effect. Red Rose says plus 1 point for each of your hearts, so another 3 points. And then this says plus 1 point for each heart on your cards adjacent, which is 0. So right now I have 6 again this round, which is not great. And then looking at these, the keepsakes will be here in case that matters. So violet. Oh, I do have an orchid. Let's see how that might work out for the colors. It will probably be best to have it go towards the purple again. So violet will give it 2 points. The carnation plus 1 point for each of your different colored, so that's going to be 3. Pink rose says plus 1 point for each of your pink cards, including that one, so 2. Then this says plus 2 points if you have exactly 2 cards in your bouquet. It does not. Gardenia plus 1 point for each of your keepsakes, so that's 2. And then 2 hearts. Wow, I got a lot of points. So that's 6, 7, 8, 11. Okay. Wow. So I think this is 22 points for me. And then 18 plus 11 is, what is that? 11 plus 9 is 20, 29. So the AI won this game. Yeah, so this is a very easy game to run. I like to play this one. It's very quick. I don't know if everyone would like this because it is kind of luck based because you don't know what you're going to flip, and there's a lot of like unknowns, especially with the keepsake cards. But I think that keeps the game more exciting, in my opinion. I do like the luck factor sometimes, which is why I typically like dice games. So that was Tussie Mussy. Nice, Ryan. Do you have this game? Oh no, you did say that Barrows might have it. So hopefully you would be able to get to play this one. But I like that it comes in these types of little wallet size packaging, which makes it easy to carry around if you traveled and stuff. And just like that, you have a solo game in your pocket. So that is Tussie Mussy, and I think... So I have a couple of games next to me. I could do another run of A Gentle Rain, which I played yesterday on stream. And I have Orchard, Grove, and For Northwood, which I also had played recently. Ryan says, yeah, I'm eager to try it so I can complete my goal of playing the TTE top 20s. I believe it was on Brian's top 20. Oh, nice. Yeah. Wow, that's very ambitious, but that sounds like a lot of fun, right? Um, let's do. I'll do a gentle rain. I like how that plays. I really like the rule book, by the way. I don't know if you guys have seen it before, but it's very relaxing. It says take a deep breath and relax. And then you open it, it says you have come to the lake. And this is basically the rule book. The print is a little tiny, but it really is easy to learn to play. And I did play this with my husband, and that was just as fun as playing solo because it's just being able to do something, play a game with somebody is just fun in itself. But of course, I do have my solo gaming hobby, so I enjoy this game solo for sure. So let me kind of just like shuffle these. And this is how I shuffle them because I'm trying my best not to damage the cardboard because I hate when it lifts. You know how sometimes like the cardboard lifts a little bit from like the paper that's printed on it? But anyway, I will put them in two piles and then hopefully I will be able to place all 8 of these flowers at some point in the game. I think when I last played, I got 8 points, which means I actually didn't have any leftover tiles. So really my goal is to try to have as many leftover tiles as I can when I place the 8th flower. I'll place this here. And I might need to make more space, so let me try that. Hopefully that's fine. Because I want to be able to expand as much as I can. And then we'll keep drawing. Okay, I'll put that here. And this is a bit of a quiet game. I had to figure out the best way to add music to streams. This way you don't just hear me breathing. Okay, this fits actually. I guess I didn't shuffle, I just got lucky because the 4 tiles I placed actually worked out. So I'll place a purple flower there. Let's see what's next. Do that. Do that. So I kind of, my strategy is trying to branch out in like the 4 directions as I can to create as many opportunities for creating the little circles to place my tiles in. See, I already trapped myself here because there are no tiles that have both, that have halves that are the same. So I won't be able to actually place the tile here, which is unfortunate, but I will not take that back. I do kind of like impulsively just put something down if I find it works. I kind of just let that gut feeling play for me. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but that's okay. I try not to take it too seriously. I'll keep going up here, I guess. And then we'll do this. Nope. Where can this go without disrupting the other pieces? It looks like I might just have to place it here, which I don't love. Oh wait. It could go right here. Right here. And that fits. Okay. Then let's draw. I'll keep it going down here. When I was looking for this game, I was actually surprised that there hasn't been a digital implementation of this one because I imagine it wouldn't be too difficult. There really is no logic. It's just like you would just need to produce each tile and have it draggable, and people People just have to know the rules, the placement rules. But yeah, I couldn't find one. So I ended up having to buy it, and luckily found one on eBay for not very cheap at all. I think I paid about $75 for it, but I have been playing it on a weekly basis since then, so I would say it was worth my money. And I've only placed 2 so far, which I was hoping to make more progress by now. There we go, we have another one. I placed a pink flower there. And I trapped myself here again. And that's what happens when I'm talking and rambling. Okay, this is good. But I can't place anything here, so that's unfortunate. Maybe I should place it elsewhere and just branch out. Doesn't look like there's a good place for it. It is, Ryan. I really should have some like rain sounds happening right now. I think that would really complete the mood. Anyway, I'll just place this here. I considered putting that track that I sometimes have on my videos that kind of just repeats the instrumental over and over again. It loops around. And that's actually a song, an instrumental from a song I worked on last year and recorded in a studio. So I was like, why not use that instrumental in my videos? Because I feel like it kind of works. It's not too distracting. It is, yeah, yeah. Okay, so let's put it here. And speaking of like flowers and plants, I have this like rose bush in the front of my house that's being attacked by lanternflies, which I'm not sure how to deal with them. So I'm trying to figure out how to save my rose bush. But basically every leaf on it is bitten up and dead, which I hate, but I think that's just part of nature. I don't know if anyone else is dealing with lanternflies. If you have any tips, feel free to share. Oh my gosh, okay, I'll put it here. Oh, wow. So normally I can never really place a tile here that has like 3 required um, halves of a flower, but this one I drew fits perfectly here, and so I get to place 2 flowers at once. So that was really fruitful for me, but I have to make sure I can place one that works with both. Okay, so I'll place the white one here and the green one here. And the idea is that you have to place a token or a flower token that matches one of the 4 flowers that were completed in those tiles surrounding the circle. Okay, so we have 3 more to place. Okay, this one, I'll place the orange one, and then 2 more. No, I thought that was gonna work. Put this here. Guess I'll branch out. Hope for the best. Cool. Do that one. And we'll place this. So the final one is a blackish flower. And so I'll need to try and find a spot for that. I could put one here to complete that black flower, or one down here. So hopefully I get one of those tiles that could fit here. Now this would have been good if they were swapped a little bit. Guess I'll just branch out. I don't know what else to do with that one. And will this be the one? Let's see. I don't think this is gonna help. Sometimes you get a little bit of like an adrenaline rush when you're placing these tiles down and then you get a lot of flowers blooming, but then you get a tile that doesn't seem to fit anywhere. I'll just place it up here. And then 2 tiles left. Doesn't look like this is gonna help either. I'll just place it here. 1 tile left and hoping for the best here. So this does fit here, but I won't be able to place this black flower because the ones that are formed are the green, yellow, purple, and blue. So I need to find another spot that hopefully works with this one. I don't see it. So it looks like I'm gonna lose this one. I'm gonna lose this game. I could put it here as well, but again, no black flower is surrounding that circle. Yeah, that's it. So I mean, I'll place it here, but I won't be able to place this final flower token, and so I've lost the game. Which isn't so bad. There are other games that make you feel worse when you lose. It's so satisfying though when you see the right tiles complete a flower. And I was actually pretty shocked when I got this game, seeing how small the packaging was. I thought I was actually duped for a second because I wasn't aware of the dimensions of it. But this is tiny. Like if you compare it to the size of my hand, which my hand itself, I don't think I have big hands. But yeah, I was just shocked that this was so small. But I do appreciate how small it is because some games with tiles. Hey Alyssa, this is called a Gentle Rain. Currently out of print, but I do hear there is a reprint coming in the next year or so. So something to keep updated on BoardGameGeek.com because I think the designer did mention something there. But it is popping up every so often on eBay, which is how I found mine. But yeah, very, very compact box. Like literally it fits the tiles perfectly without damaging it. Yeah, I really thought I did get duped. I was like, does someone make a miniature version of this game? But yeah, I do think this is the intended size of it, which I do in the end appreciate. So yeah, that was A Gentle Rain by Kevin Wilson. And I think I'll play one more here. I'm gonna choose between Grove and Orchard. I think I'll go for Orchard. I got a little lazy with putting the dice inside the bags because I play this so often. I'm like, what's the point? So this is a solo game by Mark Tuck, and I mean there are multiplayer rules, but it is mainly for solo play. And we have 2 bad apple or rotten fruit tokens, and they look like an apple or a fruit with a worm sticking out of it, which I think is cute. And basically you'll be able to place them if you really want to, but you'll lose, I think, 3 points if you were to do that at the end of the game. So this one is a fun little puzzle. sure most solo gamers are aware of this one. It comes with 18 cards, but you're only playing with 9 of them each round. And these are numbered cards, so you can see there's like number 11, there's number 2. So there's actually on BoardGameGeek.com, when you look up this game, there's a challenges, monthly challenges. So you just order the 9 cards based off of the numbered list that they have. And then you try to beat whoever's attempting the challenge. You have to try to beat the score. So that's a pretty fun, interactive way to play a solo game and be competitive with other solo gamers. So I like that aspect. Oh, nice trying. Yep. Yeah, I think this game is just a no-brainer for most solo gamers. So I'll count out 9 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then what's cool is that right after you finish this game, you have a second stack of 9 cards to just immediately start playing with. We have all the dice here, and I think we're ready to start. So we'll place 1 in the center, and then we'll draw 2 into our hand. And so these 2, we'll always have 2 cards to choose from when we place cards. And the idea is that you're trying to overlap cards so that you place dice on it. It goes from, the first overlap is the value of 1, the second one goes to 3, the third overlap goes to 6, the fourth overlap goes to this, which is 10. So that's the value of the actual die, which you'll count up as points later. So nothing is glaring out at me as an easy placement, so I'm going to have to give this a little bit of thought. I could place this here. I don't know if it's a good strategy. I like to create corners. And I think I either do it like this or like this. I think let's take care of these first. I could always do the other one next because I still keep this card in my hand. So these go on here with 1s because it's the first overlap of the cards. Draw another card to choose from 2, and then I can do an overlap like this over the purple, yellow, and red. So this will be the third overlap for the yellow. I'm sorry, the second overlap for the yellow, and that would be 3 points. And it'll be the first overlap for the red and purple, so that'll be 1. Draw. And so this is good. I could overlap it like this. This would be a 3. This would be a 6. This would be a 3. And then a 1 on the purple. So that was pretty good. Next. So how this works is if I were to place this card on top of these 3, the purples would match, but the yellow wouldn't. And so if I really, really thought it was worth placing this here, I'd be able to just place this on top, knowing that that was not a matching colored tree. And I'll lose, I think, 3 points at the end of the game for doing that. But the trade-off would be if you were to increase the dice here to maybe like 6 or 10, then that would, cover the cost of using this rotten fruit. I don't think I'm going to do that. I try my best not to use it when I play this game. Alright, so here I'm going to cover up the yellow, purple, and red. This will be a 3, 1, and 1. Okay. Alright. These might be a little more interesting to place. guess I'll place it like this. This will become a 6. And then I'll place 1s here and here. I have one more card in the deck. Let's see here. I could place it like this, and then I'll be able to place a die on everything but this yellow. So this would be a 3. This will be a 10. Okay, let's try to balance this here. This will be a 3. And then placing 1s on the red and purple. So that was a really good placement. Okay, and we have our final 2 cards to place here. And maybe we'll get lucky and keep it super compact the way it is. So I can place this card here and put something on all these except this yellow one, because it goes right on top of these, like that. And should have just enough dice. So this will be a 3, 6, and then 1, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1. Then I have this final card that I can place with only 1 yellow die left. So ideally I would be able to place this and increase the values of most of the dice here. So let's see if I can do that. Do it like this, and both of these will become 3s, but I can't place a die on the red because I only have a yellow die left. So let's just double check that that might be the best play here. I could put it here, which means I have to put the rotten fruit here, but I think that's a great trade-off because this becomes a 3, this becomes a 6, this becomes a 10. -3, I think that the points would still be good, and I also place the final yellow die. So I think that that is worth it for me. So I'll go ahead and do that. Okay. So that rotten fruit will go there, and then this will be a 1. Wow, I think this is like the... I could have just zoomed in to this a little bit more and done a better job at... let me see if I could pan this up. A better job at showing this, but I was able to hopefully score well. So I'm gonna just remove a 3 die because let me just double check that that's the value of the rotten fruit in scoring. So yeah, if you have rotten fruit, then subtract 3 from your score for each token used. So I only used 1. So I'll just remove a 3 die so I don't count it in my scoring, and then I'll score the rest. So this will be 10, 20, 30, 40, and then 45 plus 3 is 48. Nice. So looking at this, the scoring ranges. So it says, how fruitful was your harvest? So I got 48. And it says, plum believable. Awesome. So my average score is about 32. So this was a pretty good run for me. So I'm pretty happy about that. I was able to get this recorded. I usually don't, play most of my games that are quick like this as a recorded video. So it's nice that I was able to get this, and it will be saved after I'm done with the live. Cool. So that was Orchard. And I think I have to end it here. I'm actually going out to lunch for a change. I don't go out for lunch very often. We usually do, either home cooked meal or delivery. But we are going out with some friends. And yeah, I hope everybody else has a great Friday. This is a beautiful day here actually in New Jersey. That's where I'm at. A little on the hotter side for sure, but yeah, it's not bad. All right. I think that'll fit in there. I like this camera. It's very smooth when it pans. And it has presets, which is neat too. And in case anyone's curious, this is, I think, what is it called? Um, Link? Instalink? Instalink, something like that. And it's got some cool AI tracking features, which I haven't tried out yet because it really just it tracks your face and follows you around. But obviously, you mostly see my table, not my face. Thanks, Ryan. Hope you enjoy your lunch as well. And if you guys are not familiar with Ryan Espen, he and we are, I guess, part of the TTE, which is Tabletop Express. And we actually just recorded a podcast yesterday for the patrons. So check that out if you're one of those members. And if you're not a member, consider joining it. Yeah, all right. I think I'll end it here. Thanks for joining me, and have a great day. Bye.